Now, I'm used to seeing lasers on my favourite movies like Star Wars and James Bond, but I found a new laser. Now, I'm with Joe from Mapperley Park, who's going to show me how powerful your laser really is.
That's right. Here we have a carbon dioxide laser, and you can hear it humming quietly in the background here. And we're going to show you first of all just how powerful this laser can be. Okay, so we're going to treat Mr. Aubergine here first. Now,
wow.
Basically what this is doing is just cutting a nice neat hole into the aubergine.
Wow,
it's quite deep.
That is deep.
But we don't always use these lasers like this. And in fact, they are designed to be used to hit the skin very superficially and more like a pepper pot. So that you can do resurfacing at a much more superficial level without having to go as deep as that. So that reduces the healing time by about 75%.
Oh, okay.
And then it looks very, very different.
Because I'd be a bit worried if it made a damage like that on my skin.
Yeah, that's right. If we actually go to just a light cover, so here we go. Now here, we've got hardly any depth of penetration at all, but we've got lots and lots and lots of little tiny shots.
Can we have a go on Mr. Pepper as well?
Oh yes, you actually hit the skin like a pepper pot. So each tiny individual hole is surrounded by a bridge of normal skin, so the healing is much faster.
So what are some of the applications you can use for this laser?
We would mainly be using this for anti-aging purposes. Anti-aging is a sort of an umbrella term that covers a lot of different treatments. So we might be using this to reduce top lip lines. They're quite a common area of concern for women. But also little lesions like seborrheic keratoses, you can remove these. Of course, also under the anti-aging banner is removal of thread veins, removal of sunspots, age spots, all sorts of things really.
Well, basically I had problems with my thread veins. I felt very conscious of them to the fact, well, I'm really trying to cover them up. So it took about 20 minutes. You know, Joe puts the cold blower on so it's not actually uncomfortable. Maybe a little bit, you know, red, you know, afterwards, but you can use a mineral makeup to cover it. Well, I know it sounds a bit of a cliche, but it did change my life with my confidence. I sort of had the treatment and they'd gone, and it just made me feel so much better.
So Joe, I'm quite keen to find out a little bit more about thread veins and obviously the leg veins. Now, can you tell me a little bit about sort of what causes those?
There are various different systems you can use on faces, depending on whether you're tracking into little individual vessels that you can see, and there are beautiful little diode lasers that you can literally just track along the vessel. It's like spot welding for thread veins. You can watch the vein disappear as you seal it. But if people suffer from flushing, where they will have extreme redness that will be triggered by certain things such as foods that they eat or change of temperature, we can often blanket treat or carpet bomb, as I say, the whole area. Oh, wow. And that will take back all of the sort of superficial veins. So even if they feel themselves flushing, they won't become so stressed and the flushing will not be as obvious as it was before treatment.
So what are the different types of veins you can get on your face?
Nose is one of the commonest areas. Lots of people, even quite young people, if they've got allergies and they're below their nose a lot, sneeze a lot, they can develop thread veins in this sort of area. They can also get the little sort of bicycle wheel type lesions that are called spider nevi, look like little red spiders, or even sort of purpley black lesions on the lip called venous lakes, and they work very well being sealed by lasers as well.
I've always associated veins with my grandfather. I've seen them everywhere.
Yes. Well, that is why people don't like facial veins, because they do feel they're very ageing and they do make people look a lot older. But these days you don't need to have veins on your face. It's a very simple, easy treatment to do. It's not particularly painful and it's very, very effective.
So in terms of the veins that you get in your legs,
it's a very good treatment to do. I tend to inject leg veins in preference to laser. There are lots of lasers that you can use on leg veins, but injections are still considered to be the gold standard really, because you can flush quite a number of vessels with one single injection. And what you're doing is just flushing the blood out, sort of damaging the vessel with the drug that you're injecting into it, and they just shut down, get reabsorbed. It's like recycling for thread veins.
The treatment I had was injections for the thread veins in my legs. It was almost painless, which was nice, and I was thrilled with the results.